my Raid Shadow Legends account has now been going strong for 60 days, but oh boy, have I made some big mistakes along the way. So I'm going to showcase those mistakes that I've made, and if you're a newer player, it may help you to learn to avoid those mistakes, and if you're a longer term player, maybe you could give me some advice on what I could do to fix my situation. So this is going to be a bit of a learning thing for both the new players watching and also for myself. If there's any veteran players that could give some advice in the comments. Now, if you are new, you may want to use my QR code on screen or the link in the description to get 4 amazing epic champions as you level up, and the choice between 2 legendary champions. You just need to go here and enter the promo code Supreme6 for Supreme Garlic or Monkey King for Sun Wukong. All right, let me show you my account. So let's take a look at my account. Let's look at the things that I've got so far, my progress and my thoughts. So basically, let's start with the champions, right? I'm actually fairly happy with the champions. I've built up the champions I need to get the content that I want to do done, pretty much. I got Alice the Wanderer from the 7-day login event. That's now ended. We used the Monkey King promo to get Sun Wukong. We got Queen of Hearts in an event just as the Alice event ended. I got lucky in a tournament, coming first place to get her. I got really lucky with Cardial, who is a support champion, a very good one. I started with Kale, who's of course level 60, and I got lucky with 3 perfect souls for Kale. I've also got Armagar, who is a good uncommon for dealing with a lot of dungeons, especially like Spider, which I'm really struggling with right now. I also have Hide Stitcher Born. I tried to go for the Fabian Fusion and failed. So I basically have a bunch of Hide Stitcher Borns. I think I've fused a lot of them, but I mean, I still got a few lying around. I had 10 before. So yeah, it was a bit of a mess. I've got Haikatoon. I've managed to get her already. I've got Geomancer. That's great. I've got Doom Priest. I've got Renegade. I've got War Maiden, of course. I've got Uugo. You can get that from my beginner link. I've got Taragi the Frog. Those are kind of like my, you know, decent champions that are going to do work for me. Now, I can basically, with this team, all of these champions that I've got, probably the top 20 that I've got here, we can go through all areas of content, right? We can do Doom Tower, we can do dungeons, we can do arena, no problem. But the biggest thing that I have struggled with, and honestly, it's taken 60 days to realize this, is gear. I'm having a massive problem with gear. So I want to show you how far I've managed to get without really thinking too hard about gear and what I would have done differently. So I can do Dragon 20, no problem. And I'm happy to go as far as that. I don't really need to go any further. I'm not too bothered about that. Fire Knight's Castle, we got to stage 18. We've got Ice Golem's Peak, stage 15. Spider's Den, stage 14. I'm struggling with a lot of dungeons, which means I can't get enough accessories and gear coming in to level up my get the gear that my champions need. I'm also really struggling with silver. I know that we can farm 12-3 brutal, and I've done all of the 3 stars on brutal. I've managed to do that, so we've made some progress there, but it's still a bit of a slow grind, and I'm really struggling with gear. So my biggest bottleneck now is I need to basically get to like stage 20 on Spider's Den and ideally Fire Knight's Castle and Ice Golem's Peak as well, for when there's different 3x events going on for the tournament, for the dungeons. But the reason why I haven't been able to is when I started my account for the first month, what I basically did was I would just basically look at the gear that I felt was good and then upgrade it to level 16, unequip it like this and change it between champions and all this and that. And I was very, very spendy with my silver. I used it all very quickly. You get millions of silver when you first start, by the way, nowadays. And I spent it all. And every time I had silver, I would just spend it. So what I have now is a situation where I had to sell a lot of my gear. And then I still ran out of silver. And I have so many champions that aren't really fitted for the kind of gear that they need. Sun Wukong, I'm trying to build to be able to speedrun Minotaur. He's really good at that, but you need the right kind of stats, and I just don't quite have it yet. I'm trying it, but he doesn't have enough defense and HP to do it. And he could do with a bit more speed and critical damage as well. So his stats are kind of lacking. I don't have good enough gear yet. And I mean, you can tell a lot of the accessories here just aren't very good, right? And then we move on to Armiger, who's kind of someone I want to build for dealing with level 20 spiders. Once again, in his case, I just haven't managed to level up this gear yet, and he's just not strong enough. And I have the same problem even with Kale. I've had to take some gear off of Kale to put on Monkey King temporarily, and I just am struggling so hard with silver and accessories. So what I would have done if I were to start again, I would be very, very sparing with ever leveling anything up to level 16. I would hold on to my silver, and also I would not invest in any of these tournaments or events. I wouldn't go all in to try and be top place unless I felt like it was really worth it. I'll try and get these rewards at the top here, but I wouldn't try and go for number 1 because it was such a waste of silver for me. And I tried to do the Fabian Fusion and I failed, and I wasted so much on that as well. So it really came down to me wasting silver and selling gear to try and make up for that lost silver. And now I'm in a bad place where I just don't have the gear and I don't have the silver. So I'm going to have to like slow it down for like a few days or even like a week or something, and just use my free energy that I can get from arenas. Usually you can get a quest, I think it's every other day. Fighting Classic Arena 5 times, you get your daily login extra energy, and of course sometimes there'll be energy in the daily login rewards. My next one is in about 5 days, so I'm gonna just have to play it safe and slow until I've built up a nice stockpile of silver. I do, because of the forge, I did indeed get the gold forge pass. I think that's probably one of the best things I could have done, but trouble is, I'm not really going to want to open this. This could make me a lot of silver for selling this gear. I've got 59 instincts to craft, but I'm a bit worried because there's going to be a clan versus clan pretty soon, obviously, so I'm holding off for that. So I'm going to play it safe until clan versus clan, go and craft a bunch of that stuff, and then probably have enough energy to go and do what I need to get the gear I need for these champions. Now, besides that, there are a couple other mistakes I made through the game. I didn't even understand how Demon Lord clan boss worked. I thought that you would have to use 2 keys to get 2 chests, right? Each key here would be based, like, so let's say you want to get the night chest. I thought you'd have to use 1 key to get all of that damage. And if you use 2 keys, you could get 2 chests for the day. But that's not how it works at all. If your clan, within that day, manages to completely send that clan boss's health to 0, you'll then get 2 chests. And it's not really about how many keys you use. So I've been doing hard clan boss for about 2-3 weeks at this point, because that was the one that I felt like I could do effectively with 1 key. No, I can actually do Nightmare with 2 keys pretty much. Almost, I think it's about 3 keys that I need, almost 2. So I can get the Nightmare Ultimate chest every day now that I've realized that. So that's going to help a lot. Obviously, the dream would be to do Transcendent, which has a lot of very good stuff. You know, you can even get Sacred in here. We want to really be able to farm that. So I need to build up my team a bit more. But at least I know now that I'm going to get more resources coming in every day with the Nightmare chest. And on top of that, some other mistakes I made. Faction Wars. Oh my goodness. I basically got rid of all my champions early on, fused them all into a couple level 60s because I thought that's what I should have been doing. And now my team... Yeah, I mean, luckily that's changed now. I have opened a lot of shards since then, so I do have a lot of champions a couple months after my account started, ready to do Faction Wars finally. But I'm way behind on my progress on this, and one of the issues again is I don't have any gear. I don't have any gear to put on these champions, and even the gear that I do have, I then need to go and level it up, and I need to go and level the champions up, right? I've got these like epics here that could be of use, and I just like, this is the same for every single faction. I don't have enough I don't have enough gear. I don't have enough silver to build the teams I need to do Faction Wars. So I should have done that from the beginning, which is a massive problem. Doom Tower, Curse City, I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. I'm not too focused. I still feel like that's kind of endgame stuff. So honestly, like, coming into this, I've learned a lot about the game, and I feel like if I started a new account now, I'd probably be off to a better start. But I have some really great champions on this account, so I'm not really going to do that. This is still going to be my main account. I have quite a lot of legendaries. I know they're not all the best, but we do have quite a team up here. And obviously we have Hakatun already. We have Geomancer, Uugo, you know, Toragi the Frog can be good at times. I got 3 Doom Priests, by the way, which is quite nice. And that is a look at my progress so far. And then we've also got the missions. Now, this is a perfect example of bad planning for me. I haven't done this mission for about 3 weeks because every time I log in, I'm like, wait, is Force Keep open today? Nope. All right, I'll check the next day. I keep forgetting to log in because obviously the keeps change every single day. Force Keep is open this Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So I really need to do this. I keep forgetting every week to check Force Keep's open or not. So I've been stuck. I haven't been able to progress my Arbiter missions. So I guess in summary, the best thing that you might be able to take from this video is always plan ahead. Make sure that whatever you want to do in this game, you have a clear plan to make sure that you actually reach those goals. And you don't waste your silver. Do not waste your silver, whatever you can do. Otherwise, you'll be in the same situation I am. But it's not a problem. I'm ready to sort of slow it down a bit. A couple things that are going to help you along the way. I got the raid card. And also, I did go for the daily gem pack, which is just going to help me out now. I decided to get that today. And that's just going to speed things up a little bit. But yeah, I'm just going to lock it down and just kind of build up some energy a bit and then go and farm a bunch of silver while still doing daily things here and there like Clown Boss. And, well, we'll see how it goes in a couple days, a couple weeks, I guess. I'd love to know what you think I should be doing. What should I be focusing on here? That would be really useful for me to know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio.